Well, it is the second day in the last month of 2022, which means that we're already getting the best albums of 2022, even though we still have one full month to go. I know everybody out there likes to think of December as a complete write off for music, but there's still a number of releases to be released. So, maybe you want to calm your tits a little bit, but I digress. I suppose to a website such as Rolling Stone, they like to jump the gun quite a bit. And so here we have Rolling Stone's The Best 100 Albums of 2022. Now, we already know that Rolling Stone and I do not necessarily have converging ideas of what makes a good album. I can at least appreciate where they're coming from. They're a popular music magazine or music website at this point. So I have a very sneaky suspicion that I'm not going to see a whole lot of albums that I'm very intimately familiar with. I mean, I can already tell you that Taylor Swift is on here that I'll know. I listen to Harry Styles tracks. I have no idea who Pusha T is. So this will be fun. We're in this together. It's just a little bit of a fun reaction to see what on earth Rolling Stone thinks the best 100 albums of 2022 is as of December 1st. So, only really not, 11 twelfths of the year count for music, I guess. I mean, if you think about it, I just saw that Gentle Giant's Octopus was released December 1st of 1973, I think it was that came out, 1971, I don't know. But it was December 1st of that year. And I mean, it would be very, very hard pressed to say that Gentle Giant's Octopus was one of the best releases of that year. So anyway, I've already spent a whole 2 minutes talking about this. Let's actually dive in and see what we've got in store. Let's see what we've got in store. Let's start moving down this page and find out how many of these I actually know. All right, starting off strong with one I do not know. Arches of Loaf, Reasons in Decline. Never heard about this. What are they? Indie rockers. Interesting. Okay. Sure. I have a feeling a lot of these I'm not going to know, so I'm just going to kind of flip through until I get to one that I know, or at least recognize, I don't know who Willow is, Coping Mechanics, sure. MJ Landerman, Boat Songs, yeah, don't know that one either. Los Bichos, I at least recognize. Let the Festivities Begin, that's fun. Very fun, kind of instrumental dance rock fun. Yeah, they're fine. They're fun. I like them. Big Joanne, don't know. Let's see here. At least Natalia, I recognize this one. Don't think I'd never actually listened to it, but there we go. Ruckus and Toddla T. Outside. Yep, don't know that one. There we go. Empath Visitor. No, got nothing for that one. Let's see here. Ingrid Address, Good Person. Don't know that one either. The first one that I do know, Lizzo Special. Interesting that this is at number 91. I know that this was a pretty seminal release for Lizzo, but I know it kind of got very mixed reviews. For me, this was one of the songs of the summer, but that was mainly due to my being obsessed with TikTok. So there you go. Okay, past that and into the top 90. I don't know that one. See here, I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Nope, got nothing on that one. Blixt Before You Go, okay, don't know that one. Let's see here. Zora, I think that's supposed to be Z1. Yeah, I think that's Z1, or I guess Z1. But yeah, don't know that one. Aaron Ray, Lighten Up. Okay. Don't know that one. Again, most of these I don't know. Ravina Ashes Awakening. Interesting. I mean, it looks really cool. 27-year-old singer-songwriter, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, Bollywood-influenced R&B and pop. Okay. That might be one I want to check out. I still have a lot to check out before I, revisit any of these that I don't know yet. I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Oh, boy. This is what I get for trying to, look at some popular albums. Yeah, don't know that one. Because none of these look remotely familiar to me. Girl Pool Forgiveness? Sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're coming into the top 70 now. Top 70. Craig Flynn. Nope. Don't know about that one. I'm going to don't know who this guy is. I'm sure this is making for great content, by the way. Don't know that one. For anybody that's watching, it's just like, well, they're just going like, don't know that one. Don't know this one. Don't know who Lato is, but it looks like she put out a good album. So that's cool. I don't know what this one is, but this looks really fun. Through the pop psychology of inner child work. Man, they really need to work on their sentence structures within this. Man, this gives me absolutely nothing. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Let's see here. Saba. Yeah, like this. I thought that I had my finger at least a little bit on the pulse in like the contemporary music scene, but clearly I do not. Don't know that one. So far, I've only recognized one. I've only recognized Lizzo's. Future. I feel like I've heard Future before, but I don't know. Robin Stage, no. Wait, was that a... Hold up. No, for some reason I thought this was a compilation album, and I'm like, there's no way. Hit Me With the Most is 11-minute song in 19 thrilling minutes. Wait, what? Is 11 songs... Oh, okay, this is my dyslexia, playing tricks on me. 11 songs in 19 thrilling minutes. What? 11 songs in 19 minutes? That's like... Are there any tracks longer than 2 minutes on there? I mean, there couldn't be. Unless there's like an outlier and there's like one song that's 18 minutes and then the other 10 songs are all like a couple seconds long. But I don't think that's what we have here. That is... I don't know how I feel about that. They look pretty young, but still. Okay. I'm spending too much time on this. Ashley McBray, don't know. What is that, Esquire? Becky G, don't know. 69, nice. Okay, so now we're in the top 60. Let's see here. Sylvia Estrada, don't know. The Beths, don't know. Drake and 21 Savage. Interesting. Okay. Well, at least I know. I didn't realize he put out another album. I thought he only put out 2 albums this year. Didn't realize he put out a third. I guess this is more of a conglomeration or a collaboration. The Smile. Now, this one has been getting quite a bit of attention. I haven't actually listened to this one yet. Yeah, it's kind of like a conglomeration between Tom York from Radiohead, and I don't know Johnny Greenwood, even though I probably should. Let's see here. Raw, Radiohead, progressive, minimalistic, rock, blah, 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 blah. Jazz drummer Chom Skinner. I want to know what Johnny Greenwood is from. Anyway, I've seen this I've seen this being touted as one of the best releases of the year. Interesting that they decided to put it at 65? Yeah. Maybe eventually I'll get around to it, but I always find like Tom York's solo stuff has always been kind of to me. I haven't really connected to it, but yeah. So there you go. At least now I know 2 or 3, I guess. Lucretia Dalt, I don't know. Let's see here. Babyface, I don't know. George, I don't know. It'd just be easier just to like say the ones I do know rather than the ones I don't know. Because yeah, Little Dirk, I don't know. Lauryn Hill. I've heard of this one, but I only vaguely, so I don't know about that one. Let's see here. Okay, we're almost in the top 50. We're almost in the top 50. We're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe there'll be a few other ones that I'll know. But so far, I'm getting a whole lot of nothing, and it's been about 10 minutes of me just scrolling, being like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And again, I'm sure this is like really good content for y'all. Yeah, don't know that one. Let's see here. I'm sure there's going to be one. There's got to be one. This is just a descent into madness. I'm going to keep going until there's one that I recognize, because so far I was just like, okay, so I at least know the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, but I didn't realize they put out an album this year. So I have no idea what this one sounds like, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going until there's one that I do know. Otherwise, I'm just going to be doing the same thing. This is what you tune in for, folks. This is what you tune into. Okay, so that is the top 50. I think I have to click on this red button here to get to the... Or I guess not the top 50. That was like from 50 to whatever. Now, hopefully... if it wants to spin properly. And hey, you get to see half of my, half of my individuals, my patrons. There we go. Okay, so looks like the page has renewed. 15, Siamese Squeeze. I mean, I love the cover art of that. Holy jeez, I would buy that just for the album artwork. Look at that thing. But yeah, no, do not know. Let's keep going. Let's see what we got. Do not know Maggie. Sorry. What else we got? Wilco I know of, but I never actually got around to listening to it. So I can't say one way or another about that one. Don't know. I'm kind of hoping that now we're in the top 50. Like, something's got to be more familiar, right? I can't be this connected. I can't be this disconnected from the contemporary popular music, right? There's got to be something here. There's got to be something here. Man, it's like when I was at high school and it was just like all these kids were talking about all these bands and I'm like, I don't know. I want to listen to Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Soccer Mummy I've heard, but only because of a friend of mine's Spotify Wrapped. Soccer Mummy I think was like number 2 or 3. For the most albums that she had listened to. New. Okay, top 40. What do we got? Don't know that one. I don't know that one. Don't know that one. Okay, interesting that The Weeknd's Dawn FM is so here. Like, I know a lot of people that love this album. It came out pretty early in 2022, so it kind of set the bar really for popular music this year. I didn't realize that it was narrated by Jim Carrey, interlaced with beats that can be interesting. I might actually, because I did sit down and listen to this when it first came out, and I enjoyed it. I didn't realize that was Jim Carrey, although I might be wrong. Maybe I'm misreading that, but it does look like Jim Carrey. I know that he can contort his voice just like he can contort his face. So yeah, finally, another one that I know. As we kind of continue to scale down this list. Big Thief, if it's the one I'm thinking of, maybe I'm thinking of Big Elf. Right. Yeah, a lot of these I'm not all that familiar with, Brent. Nope. Anita, Versions of Me, very cool. Sid, I don't think they made Sid Barrett or even Sid Arthur. Some bands I do know. Earl Sweetheart. Okay, we're coming into the 20s. I'm sure there's got to... I mean, again, amazing artworks on this. Look at that thing. That thing's awesome. Never heard of it. Yeah, I'm really hoping that once we get, into like the top 20, there's got to be something that I recognize. There's got to be something. Oh, I know Blackpink. Okay. I didn't realize they put out another album, though. Born Pink. I listened to them on my podcast Quid Pro Quo with my very good friend Gemma. Yeah, love their stuff. Very fun, very fun. I didn't even realize that they put out another one. Daddy Yankee? What are some of these band names? Holy jeez. 23. Okay, I know Charlie XCX. Crash. This was a fun one. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. There's a couple tracks on here that made it into a couple of my, what am I thinking of? A couple of my like playlists. For pop music, it was great. Really, really liked that one. Honestly, never mind. I know a lot of people that didn't like this one at all. I don't know what this one's doing at number 22. Wow. I know a lot of people didn't like this one at all. That's very interesting to see this one on here, but okay, sure. Now that we're getting into like the top 20s, we're starting to get some more familiar faces, or at least ones that I know of. Like a lot of these, I have no idea who any of these are. We're in the top 20s now as we kind of barrel through. But again, like the album artwork on this is just stellar. My hat goes off to whoever's engineering these things. Even though this one kind of looks like a pile of garbage, but each to their own. Okay, we are into top 15. And I'm sure there will be another one that I will recognize along the way. I didn't realize that Spoon put out another album. Wow. That's been a hot minute since I've listened to Spoon. Always. Okay, so I have their first two records, and for some reason I just haven't been able to, find my way to their third album. Their first two albums were a blast. I love their dreamy pop music. Maybe this is my incentive that I need to actually dive in and listen to it, because I've been seeing some really good takes on this album. So glad to see that one in here. Number 11. Wow, I thought that Kendrick's album would be a little bit higher up on this list. But there you go. I know that like this isn't it. People are saying like it's not his best album, but I mean it's Kendrick, right? So of course it's beautiful. Wet Leg. Okay, I'm glad to see that on here. This was one that I was recommended from Scott from the Prog Corner. He really loves this album, and I gave it a spin, and it's good. It's good. I can understand why he likes it. Not quite for me, but it's good to see like some up and comers getting some good recognition. Don't know that one. Okay, so in the top 10, let's see how many of these guys I know from the top 10. And so far, I'm striking out hard. I just realized we are at the top 6, and we have yet to see Carly Rae Jepsen. We have yet to see Taylor Swift, Harry Styles. So are they going to be in the top 5? Here's that Pusha T that we were talking about. So let's see what we got for number 5. Number 5 is Harry Styles, Harry's Home. I actually ended up liking this one. I like this one a lot more than his previous two records. I think that there's some really good bops on here. I really like, Soundtrack for a Sushi Restaurant or something like that, that starts off the album. I thought it was great. It was really fun pop music. Okay, let's see here. Number 4, don't know who number 4 is. Number 3, Taylor Swift Midnights. Interesting. It is really high up here on Rolling Stone. I love this album, but I don't know if it necessarily deserves to be at number 3. Even within the pop sphere, I think that we've had a lot, I don't want to say better, but I think just to really represent 2022, other albums that deserve to be a little bit higher up, Midnights was still good. I still had a good time, but I don't know. Let's see what number 2 is. Number 2 is Bad Bunny. So obviously Carly Rae Jepsen is number 1, right? It's clearly got to be number 1. All right, what's number 1? Let's see here. Number 1 is Beyonce. Oh, that's right. She put out an album as well. Didn't she put out an album the same day that Drake did? Which I think is hilarious. Okay. Give it to Queen Bee, Again, I've heard a lot of people say that this isn't necessarily her best work. And I mean, I haven't had a chance to go and listen to this one yet. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Beyonce, and that's not necessarily against her. That's just more for me. I listened to Lemonade and enjoyed a number of aspects and a number of tracks off of that album. But it didn't make me want to run out to listen to this one. But I guess I can kind of see why people flock to this one. But yeah, at number one, I don't know. It didn't necessarily wow a lot of the critics that I follow, and it didn't necessarily wow the fan base as much as I remember. I remember seeing a lot more love for the Charlie and the Carly Rae albums, but that's just where I'm at. Yeah. Okay, sure. So yeah, and this is where it gets interesting. Here's all the contributors. So I'd really like to be, in the room where they're at to kind of figure out, because everybody has a different opinion of which album is the best album of the year. I would really like to sit in that room and find out how they figured out the ordering of all these, with like how many people are on this friggin' list. This is ridiculous. Like death by committee for sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, let's dyslexia again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, if I counted correctly. 25 people contributed to this. That's ridiculous. Yeah, when your contributors make up a quarter of the total amount of albums that are on this list. Jeez. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, that's the best 100 albums of 2022 if you just completely ignore December. If you're putting out an album in December, I guess screw you. But yeah, that's Rolling Stone for you. That's Rolling Stone for you. And this concludes another Friday React. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having fun. This month will be fun because I'm sure a lot more of these top 100 lists will be making their way out to the world. I actually recorded one earlier this week about like the top 50 best metal albums, and I didn't know any of them. Like I think I knew one of them, and I ended up scrapping it because I'm like, that doesn't really give good content. So I just ended up scrapping it because who really wants to see me basically do what I did for this one? But I figured it's Rolling Stone, and I knew I wasn't going to know those. But I figured there's going to be, a number of I'm sure Prog Report will have, the best prog albums from 2022, and I'm sure a lot of these other places will have the best ofs. So look out for those. I'm sure 2022, or I'm sure December will have a lot of those, and I'm excited to dive into those. I honestly, favorite time of the year, because this is where I get to see where some of these albums are like crossing a lot of these different lists to find out, which albums have I missed from the year. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'm not going to keep you guys for too much longer. It's turning into a pretty lengthy review or chat because, there was 100 albums on here. But yeah, looking forward to see everybody's top 10, top 20, top 25, or however many albums of 2022. And I'm excited to see those lists develop. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are definitely the best. And until next time, notes out.